Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and today I'm briefly going to be going over the Crypt Keepers faction as of the Deep Delve functionality. So, of course, Crypt is now the second delve ever to get access to Deep Delves, which is still a rather useless mechanic at this current moment in time, but who knows, might be useful in the near future. Of course, this feature allows you to use 2 of your daily sigils instead of 1 in the underworld in order to boost the amount of multiplier, as well as giving a guaranteed gnome room, which is this one right over here, denoted by that little icon over there. But basically, we also have a new layout with it. The new layout's actually pretty similar to the other layout, though better than the other layout. Oddly enough, Crypt Keepers is the very first faction back in the day to ever add a treasure room, and this one is no different. It actually has pretty much the same location, guaranteed treasure room right over here, same as the standard layout, oddly enough, where it is located in pretty much the same location. If we go to the other event right over here, you can see that this is also a guaranteed treasure room in what is essentially the same location. So very, very, very similar layout, surprisingly, compared to the other faction. Not too much of a difference. So we'll see exactly what happens with future ones as well in that regard. But anyways, this is a red-purple faction associated to that of the, oddly enough, Sword's Edge, of all places, is the association to where this faction resides. As far as the new troop, of course, we do get a new troop every single time when these end up coming out, and it's not the greatest, unfortunately. A couple things that could have been done to make it good. Luckily, at least it can be used for the faction, given that it's a red-purple restriction. This is purple, so you can actually use it, unlike when they initially released the other one. Do keep in mind, these do not roll into the drop table until 1 month after the fact, so about 4 weeks. If you want to get it right now, the only way that you could do so, or the most realistic way to do so, I should say, is to buy 2 tier 3 and then use 2 small blue orbs in order to max it out. That is the pretty much optimal way of getting it, unless you want to wait for about another month and then get it with chaos shards, of course, from the portal. However, it is currently not in this drop table. Doesn't matter how many portals you end up opening here, you will not end up getting it. However, of course, since it has been 4 weeks, you can get the previous one, of course, all previous one being the one from All-Seeing Eye. That is now possible. If we click this a few times, we could probably see them, hopefully almost immediately, as you can see. So they are obtainable after the fact, if we could actually get it here. Of course, could take several rolls. And as we are trying to get it, oh gosh, is it going to be as bad as the mythic we got the other day? But here you can see burning Oclarians in the drop table. But yeah, they do roll back around. It just takes a little while. So similar to this one, you'll be able to get it in about 4 weeks from now. So do keep an eye on that if you're planning on getting it through that method. Anyways, as far as teams for this place, here's just a quick rundown of some things you can end up running. First, we end up having ourselves some quick kill Phoenicia for the lower level range. We're basically just using an AoE spam team in order to get a nice quick kill. Weapons actually within the restriction as well, though it doesn't have to be. Though it is underneath the purple restriction, but it can be any color that it wants. It just happens to be in this particular situation. And it plays like pretty much any Phoenicia team. You cast Phoenicia, you win. If you go do it to a slightly deeper point, you might need to cast both the Black Manacle and Phoenicia, but regardless, you still end up getting the win thereafter. As far as the higher level range, there's 2 kind of things you can end up running. Just standard Zuul'goth, or no, turn to former standard Zuul'goth. And of course, double Tesla. I have to build it a little bit differently since you do not have access to our 50% mana start due to the color restriction. However, you can run something like Thrall Leprechaun, have the extra magic so Thrall can function even better, and just end up doing that to double Tesla. And of course, lastly, we have the Pure faction. This is actually one of only 2 Pure factions I did potionless way back in the day, and the very first one we ever did potionless. And we end up doing it with Lady Mirana spam. The only reason you use a Graveseer is, well, first, as far as Lady Mirana. Lady Mirana's goal is to steal attack from the first slot so it doesn't hit you as hard, have a bunch of scar reduction, so combined with the attack reduction, you're not really getting hit barely at all with skulls. And its main gimmick, it has a very small chance to insta-kill, and you use that to carry the entire delve and just kill everything in your path with pure RNG. That is basically the whole premise of this thing. The main reason you use Graveseer, even though nothing on your team actually uses purple, the main purpose of Graveseer is to counter the enemy Graveseer. The first and final battle will have a Graveseer that, has some power as well, that converts all green to purple. Why this is problematic is there's other faction troops, that do use that purple, and you don't want them getting that purple, so you end up denying out their purple with your Graveseer. This also does the slight benefit of giving you a slightly higher chance of insta-killing with Lady Marana, but is mostly to make sure that the enemy does not mana accumulate and get a free turn into like 2 troops getting full mana. So you're mostly just doing it to try to make sure the enemy does not go super crazy with mana accumulation. So that's the main reason why you have Graveseer here. It's literally just to counter the enemy's Graveseer, oddly enough. And one other team, we actually have it shown over in this thing over here, is kind of just a Mang Zuul'goth. We're using a Leprechaun. You can use a Thrall right in front of it if you want to go down that route. And we're oddly enough doing a Fairy Godmother, which of course has the Wish Gems, and Wish Gems don't really fire back as badly in Delves. Of course, you generally want to avoid this in PvP-like situations, but in Delves it's normally not too bad, and you're mostly just doing this to get your Zuul'goth rolling and then be good to go. And that is basically this faction in a nutshell. Anyways, guys, all the teams will be in the description below if you want to go and copy paste any of them. Hope all of you are having a wonderful Independence Day here in the United States if you're celebrating, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching.